Hey YouTube.
Welcome, guys, to what's the show gonna be called?
That is a really
Friday Reviews.
so generic. Hey guys.
Welcome. This is Photonbombx and
I'm Mr. Kukami. You guys probably don't really know me yet, but actually they first saw me in your first video. I went spunking with them guys. I was the one in the fantastic hat.
okay. So it's Friday.
No, let's not even go there. You know, I know so many people who put that in their videos. It is so completely pointless and should be punched in the face for it. But
Friday, we're gonna do Friday Review Day, and
we'll come up with a catchy name
at
sooner
some
or
point.
later. Yeah. I don't know if it'll completely always be me and my buddy, me and my buddy Photon, but it'll probably be you, maybe one other buddy, maybe just you by yourself. Depends on,
Be a
know.
loner. All right. So we decided that Friday was gonna be review day for some games or movies or something we went and do that on the Friday.
Tell you the truth, we were just bored. We had nothing else to put on the channel. We said we put more videos on your channel, so
Here we are.
and all right.
So decided to review Criysis and
You were throwing things.
Borderlands. Almost forgot the name of the you're reviewing.
I'm gonna have to smack you, but okay. Yes, Borderlands.
As in the game from like 4 years ago.
If I had a case, I would pull it out, but
It's on the computer.
Mr. Derposaurus bought it on Steam.
All right. All right. So Criysis. Criysis was a fantastic series so far, and I'm assuming there's gonna be a third one. When? Don't know. It took 5 years to get the second one out. That was the first one.
Not as bad as Duke Nukem. Let's just not even go there.
The only part of the world was Tittyland.
All right, let's get on to reviewing.
Okay.
Tard.
All right, so the graphics in this game were fantastic. I have to give those a 10 out of 10, just because they went from the ground up, hand over here. So they went from the ground up, and honestly, they did like the best job I've ever seen in graphics. I mean, all those other competitors are like, throw your graphics in my face.
I have to admit that one of the really high graphics. I know it was a little bit later, but Final Fantasy 13 was probably up there. That's the one aspect that they had.
It was a movie. It was a movie that you pushed A not to die.
No, there was a lot more than A. It just wasn't very good. All right, so back to Criysis.
Okay, select what A does not to die.
I have to tell you, there was a couple parts that I had some troubles, but I couldn't finish it.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So-
that's another rant for another.
Crytek, which is the engine for this game. Okay, so Crytek, if you can see it, Crytek, they are fantastic. Unfortunately, NVIDIA, which is the video card of most computers nowadays that are actually meant for gaming, like Alienware, I think they use it. It basically in 2007 kicked everyone's butt, or other parts, just right in there, man. Just, done, because you put that in, put on high graphics, you just bought a $5,000 computer, 2007, you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna play this awesome game, you start it up, done. Computer was fried, overloaded, done, just...
Like a burnt pan of lasagna, a boppity boop.
He's Italian.
What can I say? I like the Italian.
I'm Polish and German, I'm whiter than Jack Frost.
Yeah, yes. You should see him try and tan. Okay.
Actually, I'm the only one who can actually get a tan in my family. So, this game was great. You first start off by jumping out of an aircraft carrier, because apparently everyone in that game is so fat ass you have to have an aircraft carrier in order to go up. What the are you doing?
I'm pulling an 8-face.
Okay.
Good to go. Okay.
In this game, the graphics were good. The gun mechanics were fantastic. I thought it was very well put together. Right next to Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I give a 2.0 just because I hate it with all my passion. Freaking hate that game.
He's a noob.
No, maybe it was time. Anyways, but the gun mechanics were fantastic. As a critic, the gun mechanics were fantastic. Gameplay was pretty dang good, but I thought I could use some work at some points. Especially Criysis 2. Criysis 2 is just like straight mission with some choices. Where the first Criysis was like choices with a little bit of mission. This game, and basically you start off as a sandbox. You can just you can choose whether you can choose whether if you just cock the pistol, boom, right in the face, start a whole war, or you can choose to go invisible, maybe stab him in the neck.
Why am I getting abused?
It's because you're Italian.
It's not because I'm Italian.
He's part of the mafia, so I gotta abuse him. Otherwise, his father doesn't let me live.
The Godfather will kill you.
Debate.
All right, let's just keep going.
Yep. All right. So the game, in all, both games were pretty near each other. Graphics in Criysis 2 were way better, just because it was on console, and the graphics in Criysis 2 were more detailed and more smooth. Where in the Criysis 1, no computer, unless you're directly hooked up to NASA, could ever hope of achieving full graphics. Which is why my computer from 2011 still has problems playing a 2007 game. I'm speaking really fast because I like to. So
we know that.
The game is honest. Like the one thing that bugged me the most in that game though is the knees. Your knees. Yes, the knees bugged the crap out of me. As in that thing. They bugged me because in the suit the knee was literally 5 times bigger than the normal knee. It was like, that's my knee, bitch. At the end of the game, it honestly, I give it a 8. Sorry guys, I have to down you 2 stars or 2 points, just for the fact that it could be bad. Like sometimes you just piss me off in that game. I got the massive wedgie of doom.
Thank you for that, Mister. Look at my testicles, because I'm a man guy. All right.
You ain't seen my balls. I watched The Godfather and I see every single one of your races.
You're an asshole.
So, all in all, this game was good, but it was only an 8 because I get pissed at it because of the game mechanics were reminding me of Modern Warfare 3 and 2. By the way, I hate Modern Warfare 3. You should go shove it up your butt. So, I give it an 8 just because I want to. Sorry, guys. Do better. Review your game, Borderlands, coming up. I'll be back.
Alright guys, time for full-fledged mystic vision. Borderlands. I know it's old. I know it's, been there, done that, been modded. Don't mod, please. It makes the game gay. But, you start off the game, and the first thing you see is a skag just getting face planted into a bus. I mean, how can that not just make you smile?
No rest for the wicked.
I mean, it makes you just giggle inside like a happy little girl. Scott, I'm talking about you. All right, but I mean, the game was good. You start off, you could be anybody you want. Just because there are certain people that are better at certain things doesn't mean you had to be them. All right, but like I said, you could be anything you want to be. Just because their skills say that they're better at this weapon doesn't mean you have to be them. Like on one of my characters, I was the itty bitty little siren with a shotgun up in Sledge's face. That's how that's how I played one of my characters. Or you could be Brick, the big, huge, muscular guy, walking around with a little pew. Like I said, this game was fun, the roaming was fun, the missions were fun, the add-ons were great, all that was fine. I'm not here to review the add-ons. I'm here to review the game itself. Alright, so, like I said, that, the game itself was good, the guns were fun, they were kind of colorful for my taste, make them more gun-like. I thought the idea to make it more kind of animation, more comic book type style was really good idea. I mean, they did a really good job at that. The new one's coming out soon, I hope it's going to be great. But time to talk about the flaw. Not flaws. The flaw. The one huge issue I had with that game. The final boss pretty much was, you go through this whole game, bosses move around, they shoot at you, they could one-shot you depending on where you are, they could beat you up, anything. Then there's the final boss. You're like, you get up through there, you get through this big cave, you're killing all these flying demon creatures that could kill you easily. You get to them and you're like, yes, this is it. This
should be difficult.
This is it. This should be hard. I mean, it's the final boss. You go there, stationary tentacle monster.
Why is it that the first boss you fight in the game is easier, or harder, I should say, to beat than the final boss in that game?
Like I said, the final boss, he was just kind of boring. He just kind of sat there while you shot at him. Yes, if you got hit, it was painful. Yeah. Sidestep, and you dodged it. It was that easy.
I may have cried internally when I saw that boss.
And I would say, if I didn't encounter that final boss, remember, I'm not doing any of the add-ons. The add-ons, I have to admit, were really fun. But that's a different story, different time for different story. I'd probably have to give it a good probably 8.5 out of 10 without the final boss. But because of the sadness that it brought to our hearts when you saw that final boss, that kind of brings it down a notch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it probably a 7.5. 7. All right, guys. So 7 out of 10. That's what I'm rating it. That's what I thought about Borderlands. I'm probably still gonna keep playing it tonight because I'm just in that mood to boot upon people with a siren. But
Photonbombx.
Mr. Kukami.
Please
And,
subscribe, rate, comment, and tune in next Monday.
All right. See you guys.